one experience limerence if they are being manipulated or emotionally abused? Is there a possibility? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. So I often talk about limerence from the perspective of the neuroscience, that we have this built into us, and it's an instability, if you like, within the reward system that clearly not everybody has. And whether or not you have that instability, and whether or not it would be triggered by trying to bond to another person and manifest as limerence, is going to depend on everything that's happened in your life, from birth through the development of your brain into all your formative romantic experiences and the expectations that you have about what love should feel like, and the kinds of people that you would become limerent for. But the second layer of it is that it obviously also will depend on the behavior of the other person. So if you do become limerent for a limerent object who is manipulative or inconsistent, or, for whatever the cause, if they generate uncertainty in you about the strength of the bond, that's one of the most powerful reinforcing mechanisms for driving, desire for a reward into addiction. So the dopamine system, again, the details and the nuance of it are really fascinating. What the dopamine system is really trying to do is help you learn how to secure rewards in a predictable way. And if you succeed in learning about how to get a predictable reward, the power of that reward will decrease. So you'll have a process, in terms of physiology, called habituation, where the system adapts, and you kind of get calm again. So, an example I give in my book is, people that own an orchard don't have a craving for apples. You can always secure the reward in a predictable way, so that you if I behave like this, I will get this reward. Now, when you have an intermittent reward that is unpredictable, that is random, the reward system, the dopamine system, can't habituate, because you can't learn. There isn't a predictable way to say, oh, when I do this, I get, a good interaction with my limerent object, but when I do that, they're unhappy. So kind of in a healthy relationship, you would start to learn things like, if I give a gift, they seem happy, and sometimes I get a gift back. And I'm not saying that this is sort of conscious calculation or transaction, but you just get reciprocity, so that you learn, when I express my feelings of affection and love, I get that back. And so you adapt, and you learn, okay, this is stable, this is predictable, this is secure. But if you're trying to bond with somebody that's giving you mixed messages or deliberately manipulating you, then you can never adapt. You'll never habituate. So it's much more likely that you will get driven into that state of addiction, of relentless wanting. And again, this comes back to the point where that can last even past the point that you realize, I just feel terrible with this person. I don't like this person. They're not a nice person. I don't really want to be with them, but I can't give them up. I'm just drawn, like I'm tethered. I just keep wanting to make it work, to somehow break through all of those problems and get a secure bond. But it isn't possible with somebody who is being manipulative or who is narcissistic. So they want, your adoration of them to give them narcissistic supply. So they'll do whatever it takes to make sure that you are stuck on them, and you're still giving them attention and giving them affection. And they will often learn how to manipulate your emotions in order to keep you in that state of uncertainty so that you can't ever relax. And that is more likely to drive you into a state of addiction.